Well, I've had the first trial out on the water with the engine, and I was getting a fair amount of misfiring. And after about 4 hours of running really rough, the plugs finally fouled, and engine wouldn't run anymore. So brought it home, cleaned up the plugs, and it would fire up again, but still keep misfiring. The top cylinder was misfiring. The bottom cylinder seemed to be running okay. I replaced the point for the upper cylinder, again, a new one, and I was still having the same problem with overall running rough. So I've basically taken the entire ignition system apart and started from square one. The one problem I think I'm having are the new points. The new points have a lot of meat on them, and I have to file them down substantially in order to get my 0.02 inches of gap. And I suspect maybe one of the problems I'm having is that I'm not getting a nice clean surface contact on my points. And perhaps if it's just touching on a corner, it might be burning and misfiring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the old points back on and just clean them up a little bit using the point file once they're installed, so that I know I'm filing the surfaces flat. So I'm going to start with taking these new points off, putting the old points on, clean them up a bit, and start again with adjusting the timing. And I'm rebuilding, doing all my connections with the ignition wires over again, making sure I've got really good contacts all the way through the system. And we'll try it again. So I'm going to bring you back once I've got the old points back on. So the old clips are back in, and the only thing I'm going to do is just make use of my point file just lightly, not to really take down any material, but just to clean the surfaces. Turn this around, do the bottom points. Okay, that should do it. So I'm going to start with a rough estimate of the gap by using my gap tool. So I've got my 0.02 inch here, and the cam is at top dead center there. It's a bit loose. I'll tighten it up. That feels good. Do the other side, and then we'll double check with the timing marks. Feels good. Okay, let's wire it up. Gonna wrap another wire around the gas port on the carburetor. Anywhere that's grounded will do. So we can see that there's current. And as I turn the wheel and the timing mark around, we're waiting for the signal to go off or the current to stop. And that's where the current is stopping. And that is too early. That means the gap is too large and we need to reduce it a bit. Right. So I've removed the flywheel, I reduced the gap a bit. We're going to check to see where the timing mark lines up when the signal goes off. A little bit better. Still a little on the big side. So let's adjust it one more time. Okay. Third time. Let's see where we're at. And that's just about perfect. So that's 1 point set. We're checking the timing for the other point. And it's a little on the wide side, not much. We're looking for it to go off when that center black mark falls between those two notches. Just do a quick adjustment, come back. Okay, one more time. That I can live with. Okay, so timing's taken care of. We're going to reassemble the rest of the components and put it all back together and see if it runs more smoothly.